Hi guys, and welcome to Employee Data Management System developed using Python with embedded Excel. So let me show you guys how this works. Here we have buttons right up there, and we can always maybe exit out or click on no or reset. And let's say we want to select other employee. We can just click on and just come in here, enter our waiting allowance, wages, overtime, let's say, or the wages or the payments. And all you just need to do is just click on total on that, and you get your reference for this very payment right there. And here we have all of the receipt for the payment that is meant to be made. You can always print that. Click on print. There we go. I don't have a printer, so I'm going to exit out. And you can even delete, like we have traffics twice in there, so click on that, and there we go. There she's gone. Okay, so we have Princess Anne there, or Princess Amanda twice. You can delete that as well there. But there's one thing I want to show to you guys now. Let's go straight into the Excel. That is it right here. And in here, those are the details that we have on the system. Okay, so let's take a good look at this name in here for all right, let's go close that. And what I want to do is to go straight down where we have Falake right there. If you select that, you can always delete that. There we go. Falake is gone out of the system entirely. Okay, the last record. Okay, but if we go back onto our Excel, we should see that the system has automatically updated. Okay, agreed. I think we should still have one or two Falake hanging around there with different reference number. Okay, we can always get rid of that as well if we want. Okay, but supposing we want to update the system, I'm just going to select maybe Jackson Strongman here, and here are the details of Jackson Strongman, but let's change this name to, let's say, Julie Southway. Okay, address of Julie Southway, number 10, Little Venice. There we go. And Julie, that's female. And telephone number. Okay, we just change that. And waiting allowance, city waiting allowance, basic wage, overtime, maybe other payments, miscellaneous payment. And all we then need to do is just to click on add. And there we go. It's officially added straight onto the system. Now let's go straight into the spreadsheet and see. Let's look for Julie's Southwest detail. Right there, that's Julie Southwest details. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's exit out and start a new project. Click on File, New. There. First of all, I'm going to import as follows. Import from, let's say from Tickinter. I'm importing all of the required components. So enter a star in there. And the other thing that I'm going to import is going to be Tickinter as TTK. So I'm going to be using that for my Treeview. And the next thing is, because I'm going to need Tickinter to generate random number, I'm going to have to import the library that will generate the numbers as well. Then the other import that I'm going to take care of would be for the message box. So let's say import from Tickinter message, Tickinter.message. It's a dot message box. And what else? I'm going to import the date as well. I need date, and I also need date and time. So let's come right down here, import date, because I'm going to need that. I'm also going to import time. There, get rid of that. Okay, I will also need to import temporary file for my printing and so on, and comma, I will need the operating system OS. There. Okay, so we have all of those in place. What about, oh, let's import pandas. And come right down here and just say ASPD. There. Those are all the importations that I intend to make for now. So I'm going to start by first of all creating my class, and let's say class employee. There. And just enter a new column in there. And underneath here, I'm going to create my function. Let's say define the function underscore underscore, and then let's get it initialized underscore underscore, and it's going to be self comma root. And I will also declare I will also define my variables. Okay, first of all, let's define root. That's going to be as root. That's going to be the major name for my system, and let's say it's going to be known as root. And then I also need to define the title. Let's enter a title, the root.title, and I'm just going to call that employee database management system. Call it whatever you like, system. There we go. Now let's define the geometry. Geometry, and I'm going to, based on the resolution of my system, I'm going to make that 1920 by 1000. Then my coordinate will be 0 by 0, so which means it's going to start from up here and all the way fill up the screen. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, let me round up the whole process first before I do any other things. So I'm going to come down here. Let's come in and just use an if statement there. So if underscore underscore name and underscore underscore equals the main system underscore underscore main underscore underscore apostrophe. Okay, so if that is, if the system is referred to as, let's come down here, if it's root equals tk, then the application itself need to get this. Application must be the employee that's root. Yep. Then we now want to say root dot main. I want it to loop. There we go. So let me save this file, save as. Just gonna take you straight onto my desktop, and let's come right down here and bang it right there. So I'm gonna call that PY employee, something like that. I think I have something like that in here. PY employee, and I'll just end that with PY employee Excel TY, that's YouTube, or YT. Okay, I just noticed one error here. I was meant to close that. There we go. Okay, let's try this out. So I'm going to click on run. Oh, there we go. That's my interface right there. Okay, I guess you guys can see that. Okay, now the other thing is, if you want, you can change the background color of your interface. So let's say, supposing I want to change that, I can just say self dot configure the background. Config, yeah, something like that. Enter a bracket BG, that will be equals whatever you want to call your package. Okay, so maybe if you want it to be, let's say, red or whatever, the choice is yours. Okay, there. So I'm going to run it. This is just an example. I'm now going to leave mouse red. There we go. Okay, that's how you configure the interface, or you can make that blue. The choice is yours. There. Okay, well, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. I'm going to call it, let's say, gains bar. Yeah, something like that. Now run. Okay, that's a little bit much better. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some frames onto my system. So right underneath here, because I do need to specify the type of frame, so I want to say main frame. That'll be the main body of the frame. That will be a child of the widget is known as frame. However, the main frame is a child of the root itself. Okay, comma, and let's say the border, I'm going to make that about 10, comma, and I'll make the width about, yeah, I might as well set it for this. That's the width anyway, so just come in here and just say the width, that will be 1000 plus. That's equals that. And the height, I'm going to make that about 700 plus, comma, and let's get it relieved. Yeah, and I will get it rigged. Close that. Now this mainframe, let's get it grilled. Mainframe dot grilled. There we go. So I've just created my very first frame. If I run it, you might not be able to see it, but let's see. I think we should be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, because I said 700. Let's see if I increase it to about 1000. What will happen? Save, press F5, run. Okay, look, about 500 there. Alright, that's my mainframe. However, I want this frame so that you guys can see it properly. Let's say 900. I can always change it. So I'm going to just copy this frame, copy it, and use it for the other frame. So let's come in here. There's going to be a frame here that I will call top frame. Top frame 1. I'm going to call that. There we go. And top frame 1 is going to be inside main frame. There, change this to main frame. The height of top frame, the width of top frame 1 will be about 1910. Let's say the height will be about 50 because I'll just have my buttons in there, something like that. The grid, let's change that, reduce that a little bit to about 7. And the row is going to be on row 0, column 0. That's number 1. Okay, number 2. Let's copy, paste, and paste. So I'm going to change these two. Let's go for 2 in here, top frame 2. Alright, and this is going to be top frame number 3. Okay, for you guys to see that, I can just spread it apart so you can see that. The same width, but the height is going to be different here. I'm going to make the height about 100. And this, I'm going to make it about 500. There we go. And in the case of this, the roll, let's make the roll of this. I'm going to make this 1. And this will be 2. Okay. If we make this 1, 0, 1, 2, 2 here. Right. So let me run this first and see. Run. There we go. 0, 1, 2. This. I want this to be the one that we house all of the text. So I can make this 500 and I change this one to 100. And let's run it and see again. 5, 1. Okay. Alright, let's take it from there. Okay then. Now the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to create some more frames. If I create some more frames. Okay, inside the top frame, inside top frame 2, I'm going to create another frame in there just to divide it around. Let's come in here. I'm going to call that the left frame. Left frame, and another one here, left frame. Now the left frame will be a child of top frame 2. There. Okay, so we change this to about 5. The width remains the same. The height, I can make that maybe about 400. Then maybe get some pattern in place, or just leave that for now. As left frame, I'll take that off. Okay, now let's create another one. That will be left frame 1. This should be come in here, left frame 1. Left frame 1 will be a child of left frame. There. When we have 5, we have, let's say this one will be about 900. And this will be about 180. Okay, let's get it parted. Let's say y-axis. That's equals 4. Okay. Now, this, since it's going to be housing some of these, so I can always change this. Let's change this to, let's get it packed. Pack, that would be side equals left. And this one, packed, that side will be on top. And change this to the top. Okay, I'm just gonna run it and see. Let's run. Okay, it's coming up gradually. Alright, let's close it. That is taken care of. And then I need to take care of some more frames. Grab all of this. Come in here, I'm going to call that left frame 2. Left frame 2. that will be a child of frame as well. It's a child of frame, and every other thing will remain almost the same. No, let's change this to about 900 as well. Then the height of it to be 180 as well. I could have just copied this, and let's get it relieved there. Side will be top. Now left frame, left. Let's come in here first. Run that. Just want to see. Okay. Now let's say left frame, left frame 2 left, and left frame 2 right. Copy, paste. Left frame 2 left. Okay, left frame 2 will be left. Side is left. It's a child of frame 2. Left frame 2. Okay, the width is about 300. Height 180. No, make that 170. Okay. And left frame 2 right. Paste. Left frame 2 right would be to the right. There we go. Copy this, and let's just change this to right. Yeah. There. We have left, we have right. The same width, the same height. Let me save this. I just want to see how that looks like. Run. Okay, I do have an error. Left. Alright, look. That should be uppercase. Here should be uppercase left. Press F5, run. Alright, so it's coming up. The left, the right. Close that. Now, I want to create something for the right. The right frame. So I'm just going to copy, close this, copy everything and just speed that up. Okay, close that. And grab all of this. Come right down here and just change it around, and I'll show it to you guys as soon as it's done to speed up the whole process. Okay, I've finished with the frames, so have a good look at the right frames there. Okay, so I am going to run it. Let's click on run. There we go. That's how all my frames are looking now. Okay, so I kind of like add color here, but I can always get rid of that, not to confuse you guys. Those are the colors. If you want, you leave it, or if you want, you can get rid of it. Alright, now you see this top frame here. Let's add some button to that, then we can call it the end of the very first part of this tutorial. So first of all, I'm just going to move all of this up so that I have enough room. Now you guys know how that is done, or maybe just leave it. Just leave it the way it is. Okay. Alright, just leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to create buttons right on top. So come right down here. I'm just gonna enter quote in there and I'll call it widget buttons. Buttons. Yeah. Okay. That's the first widget. Now I'm just gonna call this self dot btn add new total or whatever. That's my very first button. Is the widget is a button, and this button is going to be a child of my very top frame there. This one, top frame 1. Paste. Then maybe a bit of padding at the top. Then border, that's 4, and the font on it black. I think the font would be a default, something like that. Or let's just enter black. Okay, now font, that is going to be equals the type of font that I intend to use. I'm going to make that area. And come right down. Here's a comma 20, comma bold. Yeah, and close that. And I'm going to get it padded to the x-axis as well by 1. Close that. Now, what about the width? Let's come right down here. Press enter. I'm going to make the width. That will be, let's say, about 15. And the text on it will be equals add new stroke total. Add new total, something like that. Add new total, something like that. Yeah. Okay, or this can be together and add new total, maybe backspace in there, or forward slash, I mean. Now come right down here and let's say we want to get that grilled. Let's close that for now. Dot. The grill that is going to be, let's grab hold of all of this. I think it should be 0 by 0 anyway. This one will be 0 because it's the very first button, so that'll be 0. Column is 0. Okay, copy that. I'm going to use that for the others. Copy and paste this right underneath here, but I think maybe I should test it first before any other thing. The next one is going to be the print button. Print. Okay, let's say we have print here. And this is going to be 1. Okay, and the text on it will be print. Paste that in here. Let me save and run it first to make sure it's fine. Let's see what happened there. Okay, look here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that as well. Now run. Oh, unexpected indentation. Okay, let's come back in here. That wasn't meant to be indented. That should be fine. Oh, I just spotted my error. You see here, that's not a bracket, that should have been comma, another comma in there. All right, I think that is my error sorted, I believe. But look here as well, this is going to give me another error in there, I think. No, let's see that. No, that shouldn't give me any error. I have 1 2. Okay, run. There we go. Those are my buttons. Very good. So let's close that. I'm going to copy these buttons. I need a couple more. Paste and paste. I need one more there. Get rid of this. And let's just get the other ones properly indented. That's fine. No, this is not fine. And this is not fine either. Put a bit of space so that you guys can see it. That's not fine. If this is 0, this will be, no, that's 1, this is 2, that's 3, 4, and 5. So we have 0, 1, 2, no, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, in total should be 7. Alright, this will be my display button. So change this text to display as well. Display. And update. Update button. This is update as well. And here that's going to be delete. Okay, then the next one is going to be reset. This is going to be delete, and this one will be reset. And here, finally, this will be exit. There. Okay, so I'm going to go to run, save and run. There we go. Those are all my buttons in place, guys. So with that, for now, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly. Bye for now.